Hello guys, I'm DailyFix and welcome to a brand new campaign on X4 Reemergence, of course. So yeah, I was regretting my previous decisions and there were some things going wrong. I talked about that on Discord. So yeah, I have a plan. And I want to thank you all for that plan. We'll go into that in a second. So as the first episode, this is going to be me talking even longer than usual. Let's go into settings and extensions, because in the description, you will be able to find the links to all of these mods. You will need all of these with the exception of this one, because this is for Star Wars Interworlds. Make sure you have them, and if you download the Dead Air Eco and script, make sure that if there is a stripe master behind it, you remove that bit. So you just have Dead Air Eco and Dead Air script. Also, if you go into the variety and rebalance overhaul, like the VRO, make sure you download both of the files there, because I only add that link in once. If you do not get assets, that is fine. Then this extension will be red and it will tell you here that you are missing a mod that is required to play this. Now, with all of that, I prepared a play for us. So let's go into universe and we'll go into game editor, start that game, import the TPoD, because that is going to be. Now we'll get into the quote-unquote lore in a second, but we are going to be called David because, well, that is my name. Terran Mail 1, we have 10,000 credits. Starting ship is going to be a Callus. Was decided between the Gladius and the Callus, but I like the Callus. So for the ship, it looks like this. I like that you can just see the pilot over there. That's so cool. We have 4 shield modules, which is quite powerful actually. And all of that, all of the mods, the modules on this are going to be Terran. As for the weapons, let's put this on Terran as well. Now these are a bit weaker. With a bit, it's quite a bit actually. But I think they shoot faster than these magnetic plasma cannons. So if we want to, later on we can upgrade towards these. But I actually had a run and they're a bit slow. I think these are faster, but could be wrong about that. Other than that, I gave myself 20 satellites. I'm going to remove that or bring that down to 15. Reasons will be obvious in a second. As for the crew, we got ourselves 2 elite military crew members, which we can use early on in some ships. If we do require some better captains, I do believe that, well, they have a high boarding skill. So, yeah, well, maybe not the best then. We'll just see. Anyways, property, we will start with the player headquarters. I did decide to put it up there. We're going to be changing the location. It's not going to be Neptune. It's going to be right over there. Let's zoom in a tiny bit into the map. That is a lane. Don't want to be in that. So yeah, that would be fine. In Jupiter. For management, I'll give him a 5-star. Hopefully this is 5-star. It says 15. I hope this is 5. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. You will level up managers very fast in this game anyways. The reason for that is these 2 are Terran. And from this location, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the way up to this point. I know this one is Xenon. Not too familiar with this. I believe this is Earth and this could be Xenon. Like I said, not particularly sure. From over here, we can actually go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into Pioneer's territory. And then we'll have to do some distribution. But I think this would work out very, very fine for this particular playthrough. Let's close this down. Let's go into universe. Because we will be, of course, starting right over there. I have this as my visual positions. And the Kingdom's End. Faction relationships. I decided to boost the Terran Protectorate to 10 because I want to get at least a military license so we can get the better ships and all. And story states. Now this is where a lot is modified. Like I said, I don't like the you know, we've done the headquarters so many times and Del Basta so many times. I just don't want to do that at the moment. So we start with them. We also completed the Genesis project. The one thing that is going to be a bit annoying is I've never, like I said, I will make it no secret. I do not like the Boron. I know. Shame on me. So I've never finished the storyline, and I think that with this mission, we know where the Queendom is. But I think that Sanctuary of Darkness is still going to be without traveling lanes. So that is... it means that I will eventually have to complete the entire story queue. Which is absolutely annoying. But well, it is what it is, my friends. Research-wise, nothing. So with that, we are going to be starting the game. I'll meet you at my ship. Okay, so there we are. So let's talk about what this campaign is going to be about. So I decided to go with the Terran Protectorate. I'm actually going to let the game run because we're going to have a lot of these VIRO messages over here. We're starting a custom game created as a Terran character named David. We have 10,000 credits to a name, yada yada yada. We have all of that. But what we do not have is, of course, we used an elaborate ruse to claim the POS because, of course, we're going to be role-playing this a tiny bit. Where Del Basta as well as Bosa and Dal were having a discussion about the Terraforming, the project Genesis, which they both just completed. Because we, as a Terran character, like, we do not know anything about this, so we needed these two scientists to work on their scheming, planning, researching, all of that stuff. So we will deem them necessary for our playthrough. Let's get this message out of the way. So what are then the rules? Because why would you do this? Well, we are going to be playing as a quote-unquote xenophobic Terran wannabe protector. We're going to be actively defending the Terran sectors. We can trade, but we can only trade with the Terrans and its splinter faction, the Pioneers. We will build no relationships outside of the Terran Empire and its splinter faction, the Pioneers. If in the future we have a sector which is going to be then claimed by the Terrans, so you will get the quote-unquote like the contested territory, we will then relinquish command of that sector towards the Terrans, because we are here to grow the Terran Protectorate. We will be actively fighting the Xenon, and we will try to exterminate this rogue AI. We will not be using Seta, and AFK playing is not allowed. What does that mean, AFK playing? Is that I load up the game and I will let it run for several hours so we have some money to play around with. That means that this particular playthrough will have a lot more missions. Which will, you know, provide some content as well, but I can imagine that you don't want to see me do 20 taxi missions and so on and so on. Also, rules may be added to spice up this particular roleplay, and that is where you guys come in for sure. You guys have some twisted ideas on how the Terrans should operate and behave, and I am dying to know what those are. But I say that they may be added, because we will not be removing roles. We will be thinking the additional roles through first before adding them, because once they're there, we will not remove them till the end of this particular game. Now, because this is a mod pack, now we can actually pause because of those annoying messages, okay? We're going to be running with some extension options. So, opening this one, we're going to be playing with the dynamic wars. Of course, then dynamic news is going to be enabled. Evolution, that's going to be later in the campaign. This, I think, boosts up the Xenon quite a bit. And you can set a timer. But, yeah. We'll enable that later on, because 140 minutes, that's 4 hours of gameplay. It's not going to be enough. Not in a long shot. So we will decide in the future when we are going to be enabling that as evolution options. And I think that especially when we are getting towards like endgame, where we can easily deal with empires. That is when we want the Xenon to really start pushing. Now, DA fill is going to be enabled. DA jobs is going to be on. Smart sectors are going to be on. Not particularly sure what all of these are. I haven't really looked into them all yet. Gate, we do not touch. God, we will enable God. We'll add the multiplier to 2. And I will allow the building in friendly sectors. And I will actually allow them to build in my sector. I think by the standard, it already says that over here. Changing the DA God script can order stations in player-owned sectors if the faction has no sectors and has at least 20 relations with the player. So this is definitely going to be interesting. Let's enable that. And looking at my my cheat sheet over here, there's one more thing I want to talk about. Yeah, that's actually in here. That's quotas. It isn't really obvious. You can click this. Everything else has like this buttoning enabling. This one you just click. So whenever a faction is struggling, and I mean struggling not by my hands, because if we annihilate them, you know, that's it. But I think it would spice up the game quite a bit if we enable this for factions that are having a really tough time. But enabling that will scale up their economy and will make them very much more self-sufficient. So it could bite us up in the end, although maybe, and I'll leave that for you as well to decide, maybe when we have ourselves established, this is what we want to do, because we will not be trading with anyone, with exception for the pioneers and the Terrans. The rest, you know, maybe we should be activating them. But I think if we do that too early, we will see some very nasty invasions happening. And we do want to make money. And if they are self-sufficient, then that might be problematic. Now, with that, you actually survived through me going through the rules, which actually only took me 13 minutes to explain. So hopefully that is going to be enough. So if you actually managed to get over it, I would really considering this being the first video, liking, commenting, subscribing, that sort of stuff. I will not be repeating that in the future on a regular basis, because I will just forget. Let's unpause. Let's take a look. Now we know where we are, because there is of course Jupiter. Now this is of course a Xenon sector. Now we've seen from the map that it will go into there and then go over here or there, one of the two. So we need to pay attention to that if that is going to be expanding too much. Now, for now, we're just going to be getting our bearings, because that is going to be most important. Ooh, flexible. And of course, that is the POS. So let's zoom out. Let's see, what do we have? Objects. Yeah, let's go visit some stations here, guys. And see if they have some missions. We're going here first, because there's a gate. I'll do another scan, and then we're heading over towards this point, because there is another gate, or over here, one of the other two. Moving into the asteroid belt. We need, I think, for the Terrans, like 20 or 25 to get access to Earth, or they will give it to you when you are doing the storyline mission. And we are going to be doing the storyline mission. We will be defending Earth. We are not soulborn, so we are deemed like aliens in their space. This is such a huge station. That is so cool. I really like that. Are there any missions that we could potentially do? Oh, yeah. What's this? Before you embark on the Queendom's mission? Wait, maybe we do get the gauge, so I will never do that. Dirty born. There you go. We'll just go over there. I'm going to scout around until we get the mission popping in right over in this area. There we go.
Welcome, visitor, to pure and radiant Sol, bastion of peace and prosperity. If you two want to protect this utopia and the stars beyond, then do not hesitate. The Soul-born militia welcomes any and all volunteers to join the foreign auxiliaries, subject to qualification, and contribute their expertise to help maintain the safety of the gate network. Remember, we are the shield wall of civilization, and together, we shall overcome.
Well, I messed this one up real nicely, didn't I? I want to fly through it, and I really messed it up. Oh, well. I don't think we have a different part. I'll get out of this in a second. Well, I wish I wasn't doing that while having something interesting to do. Anyways, let's get into the Defenders of Sol, because that is going to be the very first mission.
Ah, another foreign recruit for the defense effort. I'm assigning you a support for Cadet Xenon. From now on, you act under the mandate of Earth. Follow orders, and High Command will look upon you favorably.
All right, let's get going.
Autopilot engaged. Autopilot disengaged.
Okay, so that is, I think it's called the Silverback.
Okinawa.
Yeah, that's a cool name. Speaking of names, if we start having large ships, I will definitely be taking suggestions for names. So do make sure that provide me with any names, and I'll use them in the future.
My old wingmate got called in for some special assignment down in Pioneer's territory. I guess it won't be forever. I hope you don't mind me following you around. Orders are orders.
Militia, squadrons, and foreign auxiliaries. Those of you who were not lucky enough to be born on Terran soil, let me hereby welcome you formally into the ranks of the first and last defenders of the Gate Network. And to those who are Sol-born, or even Earthborn, to resist the temptation of heroism and put the defense of our sanctuary first is a sign of providence and true courage. By coming here, you have already made Earth proud. Captain, the ball is in your court.
That's fine. You can go now.
Much obliged. This is Captain Nowak Lee of the Military Supply Transport Silverback. Another welcome from me and my crew, and glad to see the militia is keeping its promises. All squadrons, prepare for liftoff.
Gladius.
Identifying criminal vessels.
So this was the ship that I originally wanted to take, because it had 4 weapons, and I think it's like 2 shield modules, could be also 1, so a lot more firepower, less shielding. Not a huge fan of the wings though, but you know, that's a preference of taste. The Velvet Thunder is a very good name though, and I think we'll definitely be claiming this ship when the time is right. Speaking of the time is right, let's take a quick peek into our crew members. So they are veterans, not elites, they're veterans. Piloting 1.5. This is weird. I did say them both to be Marines, but apparently we got ourselves a decent crewman, very decent, and a very good Marine. So that will be a good amount of boarding strength when we do need that. First of all, of course, that this guy is most likely going to be ending up as a pilot until we move him back, because we want to keep our Marines very close. Now, there's some cool missions that will really pay well for good Marines. So if they need one, we may just say farewell to that person. That's fine. We'll be heading towards this gate, and we'll be finding
This is your
ourselves in
captain
combat.
speaking. We're commencing
right
our
afterwards.
approach towards the Sol Gate. Please keep an eye out for resistance.
Now, they will... how do you call it? Like, teleport over? And one... I think if we dock, they should bring
Okinawa.
us.
Docking granted.
And otherwise, you will have to fly through that gate. So we'll just be here
Successfully docked.
while we wait.
Entering system. Getsofune.
Let's go.
Xenon on fast approach. Engage while we prepare countermeasures.
N.
And there are quite a few of them. Let's go.
Yeah, time for a real fight. Engaging.
Okay, so that person, that Xenon are, from what I get, AI? Alright, next. And I will also be getting the loot. Wow, that's fast.
That one.
Because some of these loot, they may be very, very expensive. Let's keep the game paused while we do this. Backpack is over there. We're currently having 62 credits. So let's take a quick peek. Pressing R will get us towards... Oh, okay, that is... Well, that's a shame actually, because these free items, they're not worth that much. So, yeah. Oh well.
Container.
Let's quickly just grab them anyways. 12,000. You know, we will be doubling up our money, so I shouldn't be just throwing it away like that. This is so awkwardly placed. Can I get a clear... There it is.
Container.
There we go. I might just change the location of the radar. I believe then the radar would be like over here. But, yeah.
This is your captain speaking. On behalf of the crew of the Silverback, I would like to thank you for your continued support during these turbulent episodes. We should be able to manage the last leg of our route without further interruptions.
That's a damn shame. I like interruptions.
A piece of cake. Let's see what Mission Command has in store for us next, huh?
Autopilot. Disengaged.
So this is why I needed 5 free positions instead of going with the 20 satellites.
Oh, now would you look at that station?
Oh, I'm not looking at the station. Look at that.
Aren't we? Wonder what
That's
the
a nice
rest of
ship,
the
though.
network has to say
I like
about
it.
that. Anyway, following
Whole
protocol,
fleet.
I'm guessing that the next logical step is...
There you go. Battleships and all. Love it.
Mines. Of course. Can't have a military outpost without a minefield, eh? I just hope they give us the ones with proper friend foe protection.
Alright, let's go into this area.
I see they're still ejecting the same old multi-purpose lockboxes in the hopes that someone will pick them up eventually. It's a miracle they didn't drift away.
It
Hijacked
is.
by Newton's vengeful spirit. See if you can spot them with your long-range scan.
I'm already ahead of you, mate.
Those are friend foe mines, all right. Once you've collected enough of them, we should move on to the deployment zone. God,
Rapid send
armored.
filter. I do not
That's
think they
smart.
actually... Did I get the mines? I did. Cool. Do I want to break them open? Usually they're nothing interesting. But who knows? Maybe we actually get lucky. Which I highly doubt, but might as well just go ahead and give it a go. Even these scent filters, even sedatives and stuff like that will be good to have. Especially when we can get that first aid kit. I think it's like 10,000. It does boost quite nicely. Let's take a look what's in this one. Herbicide. There might be missions for that as well. One more to
Lockbox.
go. I'm not too worried about that criminal yet. Although,
Short range transporter.
there you go.
Lockbox.
We'll at least get a thank you and 500 credits, I think. There we go. A scrubber and a crystal. How magical.
Autopilot. Engaged.
Just,
Seems a bit dangerous placing them so close to the outpost. But who are we to judge?
yeah, I know, man. It's above our pay grade. But these are friend and foe mines. Usually, if I place mines that are not like this, I will definitely not drop them while not
Let's see how our
traveling.
fellow defenders have handled their part of the assignment. Oh boy. Anyway, that's our task list almost done. Just one standard patrol left. Those are easy. You just circle around the station for a few minutes and tell them that everything's clear.
Encrypted connection established.
These mines are...
What's up, Nelly?
Who are they tracking?
What is up indeed, Cadet? There
Antigen.
appears to be
Oh,
a
he's
nav
gonna be
beacon
screwed.
suspiciously close to our outpost. A nav beacon with no apparent owner and purpose. Investigate, but keep quiet about it.
I do want to do that, but I saw a container.
Thank you.
And I like containers. Now, anyways, okay, let's just go. Let's go.
Engaged.
Let's get that nav beacon. Approach the strange signal. Let's not do that on autopilot.
Disengaged.
Here is the
Container.
stake. Stakes are sometimes annoying to get. Also, I think it's hilarious that the anti-gun fighter is being chased by I don't know how many mines. Okay, hydrotropic pump. Where's the damn
Docking
signal?
granted.
No, I don't need the dock. Go away.
Nav beacon.
That's done.
Who on earth is yakking? Never heard of that guy. Strange. I could have sworn there was some sort of signal at first.
I'm afraid we will have to postpone your secret mission. Our scanners have picked up an approaching Xenon vessel. Saddle up and join the defenses.
Where is that? I know that I want to really pick this up. I'm a bit of a collectionist.
Malfunctioning circuit board.
Because these could
Wait,
really
that's a scout.
make us a lot of cash. Where's the
We have to
Xenon?
take it
There
out
he goes.
before- And it's gone.
When, yeah, that's fast. I think that was... No, it's not gone. It definitely was caught.
Prepare
It
to
doesn't
launch.
look good for him.
We have an incoming Xenon strike force. Engage when ready. Mission command signing off.
Oh, those poor fellas. There's a battleship
By the
over here,
sun.
mate.
What could be more important than this?
Alright, let's go. You just pick a target. Which
PN.
one's nearest? There.
Docking aborted.
I don't need to dock. Weird game.
I won't let you get away with that.
There's so much going on already.
Get off my radar.
Like I said, we will be
You God.
collecting the loot, but next time we'll do that like off cam. I'll do that off camera because that's probably not the most interesting to watch. Unless we get something that's really expensive. I think it's what's it called again? Programmable field array or something. That's that would not be bad. Seems like missiles coming in because he is shooting flares like crazy.
trying to dampen your enthusiasm here, but there seems to be a commotion.
This is outrageous! The Republic will not stand for this!
Stand down, citizen. This sector is vital to the defense of Sol and the entire gate network. Given time, the Antigone Republic will certainly see the benefits of our protection.
Yeah, I have to go for repairs, or I'm done for. Don't
He
try
needs
anything
repairs?
crazier than usual, huh?
What the hell did he do?
Chick Show, that bumbling buffoon is about to waltz right into our minefield. Any squads in the vicinity?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, let's add towards the
That's a relief.
story.
Quickly, slow down that ship without injuring its crew. Quickly,
Okay, let's get
slow down
towards
that
that
without
ship.
injuring its crew.
Oh, without
Cannot
injuring
have
its
another
crew.
diplomatic meltdown
Boring.
this soon. And get me the chief secretary on the line pronto.
You heard the commander.
Okay, where are the damn
I'll
engines?
follow your lead. Oh, this isn't gonna be pretty.
Oh, there it is.
Engine. Shield generator. Shield generator.
Click it.
Engine.
Oh, I get it. Destroying those engines might slow them down. Oh, let's be careful to stay out of the turret's line of sight, though, huh?
I knew it! Terran scum!
Yeah, I have to go for repairs, or I'm done for.
Go
Don't
get
worry.
some repairs.
I'll be
Don't
back
worry
in no
about
time.
me. I don't know how you got injured that badly. I think he might have triggered a mine or any. Maybe he was hit by one of the battleships.
Engine.
Okay.
Job well done, squad. Let me be absolutely clear in case that trespasser's speech got to you. You are not troublemakers. You are problem solvers. Our neighbors might not see it that way, but the network depends on people like you. People like us, who won't hesitate to do what's necessary. Now I need you two on standby while I sort out this diplomatic mess.
Okay.
Oh, a situation like that can even crack a nut as tough as Mission Command. At least it seems like we did well in her eyes this time. And we even got a tidy sum for our troubles.
Yeah, we got some money.
Yeah, this might be a good opportunity to buy a few upgrades for our ships.
Let's go because he needs some some repairs. So let's autopilot over there.
Let me know.
We do need to fly towards Sol though. You don't have to upgrade your engines, but we do need to fly to Sol. Let's take a look in the good old inventory. We were having 62 credits worth, and now we have 130, so definitely it pays off to pick up the stuff that is being dropped. Unfortunately, I don't see programmable field array, which is a bit
everyone, listen
of a
up.
mistake. No, not a
We've got
mistake,
reports
which
of increased Xenon activity in Savage Spur
just
2.
sad.
As everyone is aware, this is the primary Xenon entry point into the region, and it's our duty to handle this situation. Our mission is to initiate a precision strike in order to divert their attention from our movements in Getsufun. Stay sharp.
Okay, there was a Gladius magically disappearing. Well, let's get back to Sol. Now, I'm hoping that my wingman is going to be repairing, because otherwise he will be complaining about him needing to repair. And it does look like
Gladius.
he does need a repair. Let's just get it. We'll do one or two more missions, and then I reached my 1 hour recording session.
Well then, recruits. As a reward for your commitment, let me paint you a bigger picture. High Command may not like it, but if we continue to face the Xenon head-on, scouring the network with imposing fleets, heroically putting out fires wherever they flare up. We are bound to lose this war. Do not misunderstand. The Intervention Corps is indispensable, both as long arm of the Protectorate and winged savior alike. However, this eternal meat grinder of clashing fleets cannot be a permanent solution. To truly beat the Xenon in a war of attrition, it is paramount that we instead thwart their infrastructure wherever possible. Those parasites are lurking at the edges of our sectors, avoiding our defenses and ciphering off our resources. I'm putting you on scouting duty. Report any sightings of Xenon infrastructure units directly to me.
Yeah, she does have a very good point. Which gives me an idea. See, the Xenon might appear as an unstoppable and unknowable force at first glance, but the way they wage war isn't so different from us. Like us, they rely on their scouts to gauge their enemy's strength and send an appropriate force to deal with them. But, unlike us, they're simple-minded machines. It's all action-reaction. So, if we attack a scout somewhere in no man's space,
we can divert their forces, potentially leaving their infrastructure units unprotected. Apologies. I just happen to be still listening in. You may go ahead with your plan, but be warned. The Xenon are not just simple machines. They're erratic, unpredictable, deadly. Stay alert at all times.
yes, ma'am.
Okay,
I picked out a nice spot for our operation. Not
let's
too
go.
far from the
Well,
outpost,
I'll drop
but
down the
still
satellite. I
close
think the
enough to
nav
Xenon
beacon actually
infested
comes in at some
outskirts of the
point,
sector.
so
A
at least we
satellite
have
might serve
5
as
of them.
bait and help us spot incoming scouts at a distance.
Thank you.
You know, 500 credits for us
Autopilot disengaged.
shooting down a criminal.
You've already seen how fast these things are. As soon as one appears, try to shoot it out of travel drive.
Yeah, that's not happening.
T.
There!
There's no reason to do anything. It would have been hilarious if I was able to do it. But that's not going to happen.
Ah, bastard! I really hope it's still reported.
See how fast that thing goes. 11.12 kilometers a second.
Not a second too soon. Let's hurry past them before their stupid machine brains have time to react. Oh, these fools don't even realize they're pointing us right at our target.
M. Autopilot disengaged.
Yeah, do not engage with them.
S.
This is still your
Autopilot
target.
engaged.
I was absolutely about to shoot him, I'll be honest. That's why I dropped out of traveling. I was going in for that fight, but yeah, it's not going to happen.
Disengaged.
There we go. Now these are mediums.
Like sitting
They have a turret.
right under their bellies. That way their turrets can't hit you. Infrastructure units. And undefended.
Luckily my wingman has zero hull,
Repairs weren't done for.
and he will be complaining for
Try
that
anything crazier than usual, huh?
without doing anything about it, which is of course amazing. I do regret not taking those plasmas. They would have made short work of these. Alright, there he pops. Finally.
Perfect. Now, let's return to the outpost and... Wait! Is that another one of those nav beacons?
Yeah, it is, man.
Nelly! Analysis!
Unknown signal source triangulated. Nav beacon.
It's that same signal as before! They're not getting away this time.
Alright, let's just go. Let's go into the
Autopilot
cockpit view.
Engaged.
Now we definitely are lacking firepower a lot. But Force shield, man, that really served me quite well. Now my wingman has returned. And he is 100% repaired, which is great.
Container.
Hey, there's some halogenics over here. Wait, where is that? It's with my nav beacon. Oh, there was an engagement over here. Processing unit. That's very nice, though.
Empty space.
And we know the halogenics, if we can get that with a needle at 60,000 credits. Which is not bad at all. There's a lot of loot if we do a bit of how do you call it? Like wreck robbing or grave robbing.
Another one! I knew something was brewing. Come on, we're about to bust this mystery wide open.
Well, here we go.
Jump gate.
Unknown sector. Definitely do not want to stop traveling. I'm not sure how the Yaki and the Xenon, like a battleship over there. Yeah, that's why you do not want to fly through this slowly. You want to keep going.
Savage spur. Xenon defense platform.
Yeah, that's
More
amazing.
beacons, and they form a trail.
That's just
I'm right
great.
behind you. I'm right behind you.
Wolfish heart. I'm right behind you. Well,
Right behind you.
he says that a lot though.
Right behind you.
I like that guy.
Obelisk! Obelisk, what are you doing? By Mukai's stinking breath, leave them in peace!
We are being chased though by a Xenon raiding party. That's why I said do not stop.
This is where their meddling ends. This is where it all ends. I've watched you and your puppets cower in fear long enough.
No! Stop right this instant! You know what it's already done to you!
Curse you, Kendai. Your chains will not shackle me any longer.
Enemy movement. All squads, return to base immediately.
I agree. I want to
entire
leave this
sector
sector
is descending on
ASAP. Bloody P. Okay. One thing we need to check is the second we pop over. I'll pause for a second. Hey, stop. The Velvet Thunder is there. Right for the picking. Now there is a very large fleet over here, so we are going to be getting the Velvet,
Entering system. Get Sofune.
and there is going to be a fight.
Recruit, where on earth have you been? And where is your squad mate?
Prepare to eat vacuum.
Okay, well, let's just get the ship. Where are you?
You'll have to do better than
Wait, there was a Xenon K jumping in. We want to be careful of that,
K.
because he is
that. Wasn't your best.
very close to us. Right over there. Can we start guidance?
Group leader!
Now we can send a marine,
Confirmed.
or we can do this ourselves.
Leader. New attack orders.
Right, stop.
You're free to engage.
We're going to be doing this ourselves real quickly.
Palace.
Process this.
Come on. It's now ours.
Docking
Dock.
granted.
Boost ourselves in there.
Gladius.
Okay, now we can pause. And we're going to be sending over that Marine that we have. Because it is somewhat a decent pilot. As captain. And then the Velvet Thunder is going to go dock and wait over there. He should get the heck out of there. And so should we.
Autopilot engaged.
Because I don't
Okay.
feel like dealing with this. Although they're doing, well,
Cerberus.
I say that while one of
Sentinel.
those ships actually explodes.
Chiba E.
I'm not sure if the Shiba E is going to be enough. Because that is a, it looks like an auxiliary ship or a carrier.
K.
Yeah, that's not
Do
going to be
what
enough.
you must. No matter what's coming at us, we will not budge.
No, we won't.
Auto-M.
Let's go. Be careful not to hit the station too many times because they don't like it.
We cannot tolerate your
Like that. Yeah, definitely regretting the decision on the weapons though. Oh well. Yeah, let's make sure that we do not have... There you go. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Oh, they are being popped very fast. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, any loot? A lot of loot around. Oh, it disappeared. Yeah, it seems that we are clear of loot. Let's take a look. Ah, that was... it's a bit sad though. It's not as much as it used to be. I remember just getting millions out of these missions. And I felt the mission... This station is way better equipped.
Maintenance vessel.
Yeah, that's... I think behind it. Never mind, it's gone now.
Congratulations, squads. You handled yourselves admirably. Even though this was considerably more than you initially signed up for. I'll be contacting you individually to discuss our next steps once the dust has settled. Until then, you will want to take some time off. Consider this an order.
I will do. Will do. I'll take some time off.
Except for you, recruit.
Of course
I'm
not.
adding you to the admission list to Maya headquarters. We have a few things to talk about.
Well, guys, that is not going to happen right now. I overshot my recording time anyway, so we're at 1 hour and 15 minutes. Next time, we are going to be continuing the mission. We got some money built up, so if we can find the... Wolf shipyard, then we can actually get our economy up and running. Now, we do have the Velvet Thunder over here, with all of its glory. 4 pulse cannons, 1 shield generator Mark II, combat engines Mark II, thrusters Mark II. So if we want, we can strip it and do something with it. But you know, it's a named ship, so I kind of want to keep it. But yeah, let me know what to do with this ship in the comment section. I want to thank you for watching. This is going to be part 1 into the Soul Militia. And next time we're going to be continuing with that while building up our economy. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.